guys sitting right there. You guys, oh perfect. You guys aren't gonna move. Okay. You guys aren't gonna fall down. Alrighty, so hello everyone, and welcome back to a Mo's Automotive Radio Show here. I'm your humble host, Mike Mo. Here for another one of these, and everything else. So before I start, I was gonna go over the racing. Since that's a Monday thing, I'll do that recap on Monday of everything that happened in racing between World Endurance and World Endurance competition and NASCAR. Once I get all the stories and all the huge stuff, and no, it's not because of certain manufacturers winning and whatnot. So I will cover the IndyCar race, the World Endurance race that I was watching on Saturday night and Saturday morning. I know I stayed up 4 of the 6 hours to watch the race. So, and I didn't watch the IndyCar race because it was going to be a bore fest. It was going to be a fight between Alex Palou and it was going to be it was basically the championship is already done. So, and the season is already done as of yesterday. So I'm not really going to cover. I'll cover IndyCar, but I wasn't really going to watch the race. I watched highlights of it on my phone and stuff like that because, Laguna's sake, I saw some highlights. Maybe I'll watch some highlights and maybe whatnot, but it's really nothing. So I'm not going to talk about racing today. I'm actually going to talk about a personal topic, and I will resume that once I go to the bathroom. And because I have the power of resume, power of the pause, because I don't have this on my iPhone. All right, note to Apple, makers of the greatest smartphones, the most reliable smartphones in the world. Why did you not record why did you not put on a button that allows you to pause the videos instead of us having to make multiple ones when we have to do it? That means we can't take a piss break. That means we can't do anything. It means we have to haul the phone over and we have to start the video over again. So what was the point of making a video, of making a camera and a video producer that doesn't do that, and linking all those videos together is a pain in the neck. I want to be able to pause and then resume filming right after I'm done, or when I want to do so, so I don't have to keep on doing so. But yeah, Samsung figured that out a long time ago, and great that they still have that feature. So I'm not going to talk about I'm not going to talk about cars. I'm not going to talk about work. I'm not going to talk about life. I'm going to talk about gaming today. Yes, I know. I have to talk about some of the gameplay that I have to do. Some of the gameplay that I have been doing over the last couple of months, and I'm going to do a couple of reveals to you guys. So I've told you guys about the pink skin leather jacket. I've also told you guys about the I've actually now that I'm talking about gaming, and I'm talking about not automotive gaming but other gaming, so I'm actually all set for the fall and winter, actually, because in retro, and I know Boys of Motorsport's coming out in October, and it's coming out on the Tuesday, the day I come back to work, which is Tuesday. I wish I could get I wish I could pay a couple dollars more to get it 5 days early, so I could actually get it on the 5th, which would be on the 5th, but I don't want to do that. So a couple of things I've been doing lately. So I'm gonna do a couple of things that I'm actually liking about so I like a couple of things that I'm liking about so for instance so I actually have to update this in Nintendo Online in October. So close this application. So as you guys can see, I actually have a couple of games that couple of things that I've looked at. I've had Nintendo Switch. I've had Nintendo Switch games. This is and you know, this is these are the different games that you guys can get. You can get Earthbound Beginnings. You can get a bunch of Mario games. Actually, how many games? So I actually like this edition, and I'm going to pay for the subscription. I'm going to pay it over another 12-month period, so I can get it till next year. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 12, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82. So 82 games on the Super Nintendo. And then we're gonna go to Nintendo, and you know, these are all the games that some of the games that come on there. So you see Pokemon Stadium and stuff like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So there's 25 games on that one. These are just ones I've actually purchased. You can buy these. You can, as soon as you get the expansion, you can get some of the. You can get all these games for free. They're just updated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12. So there's 12 games on here for Nintendo Advance. The reason why is because the Nintendo Advance is kind of the newest one of all of them. And then in the SNES, the home of Chrono Trigger. Oh, it's not in this. So they've done this new Japanese Kirby game. A lot of these games are in Japanese, so you actually have to put a phone over them and translate them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. So it was 80 plus in the, so there was 80 plus in the NES series. There was 65 here. So if my math is correct. It's around 120 plus games, and then when you add in the 25 games from the 15 games from, so you can, it's 35, 40. So between these three, so between those three platforms, you can get well over 160 games. And some of those you can't even find anymore. In fact, some of the ones from Japan you can't even find over here. So it's really weird that, and they, some of them weren't even released here. So for those of you who are on the fence, or for those of you who are enthusiasts of the old school like me, and remember those games, you guys will want to buy, even if you drive it for 3 months and play, even if you try it for 3 months and play like $10, $12, even if you pay $10 for the $10, $15 or whatever it is, even if you pay less than the $15 fee, you guys can play all these games. You can play all these games and everything as long as you have the subscription for the expansion. I think the regular one only allows you to access Nintendo, Super Nintendo, but the expansion allows you to do the other ones, including the advanced games and stuff like that. So between those four, between NES, SNES, N64, and that game, a lot of these games can be played on that small little screen. I advise playing them on a TV because the graphics are kind of weird, and I'm played GoldenEye on the. I've actually played GoldenEye, and I've actually played GoldenEye / all the other games on the controller, and I don't have a pro controller. I'm going to invest in one soon so that I can have it, especially one that can actually do motion sensing. One that's cheaper, one that's not like $1 million. So, so yeah, if that's definitely worth it for the expansion and to get all those games. I think you get Sega Dreamcast and Sega Genesis as well. For those of you who played a lot of Sonic the Hedgehog back in the day, and Sega Dreamcast, that weird system. You guys know about the Sega Dreamcast. A lot of you guys are probably wondering, what the heck is the Sega Dreamcast? We've never heard of it. We've never heard of its existence before. Sega Dreamcast. Sega Dreamcast, for those of you wondering. Sega Dreamcast did not last all that long. The Dreamcast did not last all that long. I remember when the Dreamcast came out. So the Sega Dreamcast was a weird system. So it came out it didn't last all that long. It was the 6th generation console when it came out in 1998. And we got it in 1999. It only lasted for us. It only lasted 99, 2000, 2001. Over in Japan, it lasted 98, 99, 2000, 2001. So for us, it lasted about 3 years. For the Japanese, it lasted about 4. And it was horrendous. And the reason why it was is because at the time, it was selling in 1998 when yeah, because the because um, because what the PlayStation 2 was around the same time. Well, no, the PlayStation 2 actually came out a little bit later after that, and I remember the PS2 Slim came out in 2004. I remember when we got. I remember when we got. I remember when we got the PlayStation in 2002. I remember we had the problem. So the Sega Dreamcast was a weird. It had a weird. It was $200, and Sonic Adventure was, well, I kind of say it. Sonic was kind of. It was the Sega Saturn. I do not remember the Saturn at all because. Oh yes, and the Sega series was actually actually did backwards compatibility. So a lot of you guys are like, oh, the PS3 will do a lot of backwards compatibility of the PlayStation 3 will do a lot backwards, and it's the first one. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Sega CD was 1991. Long. Yeah, Sega 32X, which was Sega Genesis, which was attached to was able to allow the 32-bit games to be played on it, and it was like $160 for that one. So yeah, $160 for a console add-on, and it allowed people to do backwards compatibility, like almost almost 2 decades later. Almost 2 decades. Oh, actually no. PS1. Well, actually no. PS2 allowed backwards compatibility, but it wasn't as good. So, but yeah. So Sega kind of did the whole backwards compatibility thing way before. So Sega Dreamcast. Yeah, so actually so Sega Dreamcast was you guys, if you guys don't know what it looks like, it's that big PlayStation like console. It has 4 control ports. The controller's this big ass block, and then it's got the memory stick that went into it. It's sort of like the Rumble Pack or the memory pack on the Nintendo 64. So it was kind of a cool thing that they kind of had that. I know memory sticks. I know computer memory has been around a long time, but it got more advanced to where you actually had to add it on. It didn't come as standard. So that was that thing. And now we got game, and that's for Nintendo gaming. On also another purchase I made. I showed you guys really briefly. Now, for the sake of collectability, and for the sake of just maybe a game book collector, I bought this. This is the special edition of the guidebook, the official complete guide collector's edition. And this is for, you guys can't see that little medallion. It says Tears of the Kingdom. And this behemoth that stretches over pages is behemoth 498, but 498, 499, 500. So you get about 500 pages, stuff to write in a collector's edition and whatnot. So that's 498 pages, and that I'm going to be using to get through Tears of the Kingdom the next couple of months as well. So I've also purchased Starfield. I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be probably doing all the achievements on that, probably going to do a little exploration and going to do some gameplay with non-commentary, because I don't know if I want to really use my microphone. I'm not going to use my microphone. I'm also going to be also getting a steering wheel for when for maybe if and when or after that comes out. So when that comes out, so I want to see, because Moza is expecting to put out their direct drive wheel R3 bundle. It's supposed to be $400. I think it's the cheapest one on all of them. It could be $1 million more. So as soon as I pay my bill for my next, I'll be paying for the Moza bundle, and I'll have it shipped over here, or I'll find a wheel online that I'm happy for to use for Forza Motorsport. So I'm definitely hoping to use it on Forza, and that's that. Starfield, I started a little bit today. It definitely has that Star Trek. From what I'm getting, it kind of has that Star Trek-y. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel at all like a. It's kind of a. It kind of feels like the combat kind of feels like in the earlier RPG game. The shooting's a little difficult. I had to get it down pat. They actually, for the first time, but I mean, I just want to say this to the best Shadow Gaming on designing and opening for a game. They have a huge fetish with causing a big ruckus and a big explosion, causing a big explosion or a big happening at the beginning of the game. I won't spoil it, but let's just say that there's a gunfight like 10 minute, like half an hour into the game, there's already a gunfight. So into the gunfight, and you're already using lasers in the game. So I think so. I've got the so I'm currently in the cockpit of a ship that I'm going to be using to um, get to the constellation guys and give this artifact that made me go on a psychedelic trip apparently. So so yeah, of course there's and of course, you know, there's the standard, oh, pick your character, what are your traits and whatnot. So it was, because in Skyrim, because in Skyrim Elder Scrolls, you actually have to choose what you're going to use for your guys. So you can pick elf, a red guard, or a Khajiit, or something like that. The cat-like things. Or the lizard-looking things that that I don't trust every time, because every time I come into contact with one, they're all a bunch of they're a bunch of thieving snakes. So the Khajiit, some of the Khajiits are thieving snakes. So being snakes, but anyway, but yeah, I like the game. I kind of like that they didn't go away from the deviated path that they usually do. Oh, we're going to introduce you to the game, the controls, and we're going to make you get do your character. We're going to let you do it, and that's good and all. And I actually like that they're not going away from their typical setup just to make something so overhyped. I'm not expecting an amazing. I know they're overhyping this, but for a lot of people, this is just Skyrim, but more space based. And I remember playing Skyrim Elder Scrolls, and I'm like, we could be doing so much more. Like, we could have been riding dragons and directing armies and setting the world on fire and stuff like that, and doing a whole bunch of stuff. Now, it's obviously, from what I've seen on the Let's Plays, obviously you're going to be going to places, you're going to be looting things, and you're going to be doing this and you're going to be doing that. I like that we're actually going to be doing that. That's cool and stuff like that. That's kind of like Skyrim. You're gonna obviously encounter bandits, thieves, and hostile people, and people on outposts on moons and stuff like that, and ships that you're supposed to take over and stuff like that. And you're obviously going to go on settlements that are in certain ones. I actually checked the map in some of the galaxies. There are a lot of places to do, a lot of places to go in the game. When they said that this place was going to have 1,000 planets, they weren't wrong. So we're also going to be able to go to a bunch of space stations. We're also going to be able to go. I'm hearing what's left of Earth. I just want to say that the reason why people are disappointed in all this is because there's limitations in mechanics, and they're expecting, oh, we should be able to cross into galaxies and stuff like this. We should be able to take like 1 million light years to get to a certain place. I heard some people are taking 4 to 5 hours to get to a different planet, and they have to go to space stations to refuel, recuperate, and whatnot, and stuff like this. That game is going to offer a lot of good stuff. So you're actually going to be able to. So if you're taking 5 hours to get to a planet, that's actually real space exploration. Not being able to land on the planet and stuff like that, I can do that because I don't want to crack my newly gotten ship, and I want to still have a good combat at the end of the day and whatnot. And I want to be able to scrap it and sell it if I needed more money. So I think people just need to. People have been playing the game for if people are just playing the game to just get through the missions and complete all the challenges, you know, it's not the game for you. If you really wanna, if I really wanted to figure out where to go and what to do, I think exploring the planet and actually doing everything would be greater. And some people have only been taking 25 hours to do the game, and they're already completing the game. It's like you can spend a little bit more time, obviously. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm thinking of recording a Pokemon episode when I'm done. When I'm done with this, I'm not going to be doing any commentary because I'm just going to make it like a. I'm gonna maybe do a recap in the description below, or I'm gonna do you guys, or I'm gonna read an excerpt. Actually, you know what I might do? What I might do is I might tell you what I did in the quest last, and then in a separate video, and then might link it to the video that might be 20-some odd minutes long. So I hope you guys are ready for that. So I definitely am. I know I am. And it's about 11:23. So I'm going to bid this one to do. I'm going to upload it. I hope you guys enjoyed me talking about gaming for a little bit, and me showing off what I'm going to be doing in half an hour, what I'm going to be doing with gaming and stuff like that in half an hour, and what I think of this. And I'll update you once, not Skyrim, but almost it's Skyrim because it is Starfield. Starfield is technically Skyrim, but in a space setting. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will be recording one tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow night. I may record one in the morning when I first get up, so you guys can actually see me what I look like when I get up. Here all moosed up like this, so you'll see my hair like, and you'll see my hair like this. Me having to pat it down. So you guys enjoy this one, and I'll see you guys later. And I'm hoping to shave before tomorrow night as well. So I'll see you guys later, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Peace out.